Hello everybody and welcome back to a video where I promise you it isn't just me moaning. I mean, there might be a little bit of moaning because it is me, but we're going to have fun. We're going to watch one of the most ridiculous games of FIFA ever. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about my thoughts about FIFA, about where this channel is going, and why I'm not playing FUT CHAMPS this weekend, which is kind of because I didn't play them the other 2 weekends in January, and realistically, the only things that FUT CHAMPS is good for is the monthly rewards. Like, if you just want to make 50k, you can just trade it instead of getting gold 1. But it's the monthlies and the massive red cards and stuff that are actually really cool. And because I was skiing for the first month and then the first week, and then therefore wasn't qualified for the second week because of that, there wasn't really much point in actually going and playing it for the 50k that I'd probably get. I mean, I could play it just to try and get elite, but we all know how that goes. I almost get it and then I ball it at the end. So technically, before one of you smart asses comments, yes, the reason I'm not playing FUT CHAMPS is because I'm bad and I didn't qualify. But you're going to see the last qualifying game that I did play and why I then didn't decide to go on and try to qualify. Because I can qualify. Like, I think I've only played this tournament once on this FIFA because I qualified at the very start and then it's just, you carry on qualifying if you get into gold. But I used to play it all the time in FIFA 17 just for something to play because they took away the Gold Cup, and because every now and again, like once a month, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to do FUT CHAMPS this month, and I'd qualify the first week and then play like the first 15 games and get a good record and then be like, can't be bothered. So anyway, basically, the point of that was, until this game, I had literally never lost a game in this tournament ever on any FIFAs that the FUT CHAMPS has ever been in it. So I can qualify, and I can usually qualify quite easily, and I probably should have done. But anyway, we go into a game against David Luiz, apparently, with his Lambeth FC. He's got Neymar and Mbappe up front, Gabriel Jesus. He's got a pretty decent team, to be fair to him. Pogba, just basically sweaty Premier League, apart from Neymar and Mbappe. It's not bad. It's very decent. I, as you've seen, was fixing up. We did play the first round with that stupid La Liga team that I made that was absolutely terrible with Rodrigo that we've seen in the last episode. And I did even say that these videos were going to become daily, and they are going to go back to becoming daily, whether that's daily FIFA videos or a FIFA video and then something different, I don't really know, or maybe daily Road to Glories or Road to Glory and then a career mode or something. I'm not really too sure. The reason it isn't at the moment is because, as you guys know, I've got 2, well, technically 3, but 2 that I actually regularly post on channels. And I mean, we were 1-0 up in the second minute. It started decent. Hernandez with a very solid finish. It was kind of a kick-off goal. I mean, we didn't even get to pause to move to 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, as we are now about to do now. But he couldn't even get, it was a kick-off goal essentially, wasn't it? He couldn't clear the ball away and we just came back at him straight away and went 1-0 up, so it's decent. But like I was saying, the reason is I now run technically 3, but realistically only 2 channels. And Katie, my girlfriend who I live with, helps me with the running of them and the editing and stuff like that. And she is back in Liverpool with some family stuff of her own. So I'm doing both of them by myself, playing the Road to Glory, playing and recording main channel videos, editing both of them. And I mean, it is possible, but at the same time, I'm a bit annoyed at YouTube, a bit bored of FIFA at the moment until Team of the Year comes out tomorrow. And just having the motivation to like properly grind out like 12 hours a day of playing FIFA and editing FIFA and recording more FIFA and then doing it for my main channel. It's just not what you want to do when you are annoyed at YouTube because all that's blowing up on YouTube at the moment is stupid Jake Paul rubbish and things like that. And B, hate FIFA because I wasn't even paying attention to the, oh, okay, look at that touch by my defender. I mean, I intercepted the ball. I'm pretty sure I pressed tackle and he just towed it into his path for him to score. So that was my first little annoyance, but I wasn't particularly bothered because I felt like we were definitely the better team in the first, as much as you can tell in the first 5 minutes, and that absolutely woeful pass from Aaron Moyer's side. I felt confident. This guy didn't get the ball and I was like, Jesus Christ, he's insane at FIFA, I'm going to lose. It was like, yeah, this is fair enough. We can break him down. He's got a decent team. That was some absolutely horrific attempt to tackle him by me. He's got another lucky deflection and he's probably should have scored. So I'm playing pretty bad in defence there and we have got away with that one. But I felt like we could win. Like, it wasn't too bad. Definitely felt like we could win the game and go on, and apparently I literally can't pass, so it's going to be good for me to watch this as well and improve from it and see stupid stuff that I'm doing. So far in the last 3 minutes of game time, I've made 2 ridiculous passes that I just never should be playing. I should have kept the ball. That was a decent ball, but unfortunately it was offside, but that's something to work on for FUT CHAMPS as well. I feel like, and a lot of pros have been talking about this and getting annoyed, and I've seen Tassa's getting annoyed with FIFA, and Dragon was getting annoyed with FIFA, and they've all just don't want to play FIFA anymore. It's proper crazy, and I think Gorilla quit FUT Champs until next month because this month doesn't mean anything. And he's the world champion, for Christ's sake. So when they're getting annoyed at the fact that he can't play FIFA properly and they aren't absolutely battering everyone like they should be, it's a little bit mad. Like, people will say, like, in my head, them guys should win and absolutely batter basically every single person, normal person on FIFA because they're the best in the world. And then, well, we've just gone 2-1 down. Again, pretty dodgy defending from myself, but whatever. Like I was saying, I think that they should be able to, and they should be able to batter everyone all the time on FIFA apart from each other, because they're just insane at the game. It's ridiculous. And then people will say, well, if they can't, I say that because they're the best in the world, and then people will say, well, if they're the best in the world, they should be able to win, and if they aren't, they're obviously not the best in the world. But FIFA doesn't really work like that, does it? It's like saying Messi isn't the best in the world because football is putting a load of random rules and criteria that limit him and make him not the best, or make it down to luck as well as how good he is. So they should be, but they aren't, and they're getting disillusioned with it. So then me being pretty average at FIFA, it just makes it even worse. But one of the things that pros do is play very safe, is probably the word for it. They don't go for silly. Some of them do. Some of them are very flashy. Like Gorilla, when he won the World Championship last year, some of his attacking is mental, and he just rips people apart. But a lot of it is down to just playing the guaranteed pass every single time. Only shooting if it's definitely going to go in the back of the net. That sort of stuff. Whereas I'll play like a Hail Mary through ball and hope it goes in. I mean, we should be scoring here. He's got a very jammy block and save off that Hernandez low driven, and then hoofed it out for absolutely no reason. But that is one thing that watching this is good for me, and I can improve. And if I'm going to play FUT Champs in February, and even next week, just for something to do, even if I don't do all of them, it's helpful to look at and see. But this game gets more and more and more and more ridiculous, and it just basically drove me mad and properly annoyed me. In the same way the pros are getting annoyed, I was getting annoyed, and even more for me, it comes down to just random rubbish and whatnot. I don't know what this guy was doing. I think I was checking here. Also, shout out to all you guys who send me loads and loads of messages. That guy was asking me if he could get banned, and I think I did this, I'll put it in the video. I wouldn't recommend it. I was tempted to do that last week. So for those of you guys who don't know, there's like an auto system on the EA website where you can click on it and be like, I won the FUT Champs tournament and it didn't qualify me. Please put me in. And 99% of the time, the system's stupid and just puts you in anyway. But I wasn't going to risk it. I don't know. You probably won't get banned, let's be honest. But you might do. So I'm not telling you to do it. It's up to you guys if you want to risk it. Surely we've got to score here. There we go. That was a nice goal. Patient is what I remember when I scored that goal. There's a lot of times that I could have took the shot on, and it was that thing that I came back to where the pros only shoot if it's definitely going to go in. So I passed it again, and I passed it again, and I passed it again, and eventually we got the one where it is actually going to go in. So that was decent. But what was I saying? Oh, shout out to all you guys who send me Xbox messages. I do read all the comments and try to reply to a lot of comments and like favorite the ones that I like and put comment of the day. We haven't done comment of the day in these videos. But Xbox messages, it takes about 4 hours just to type a message on Xbox. I literally just can't reply. There's thousands of them in there. I'm really sorry, I can't reply to them all. Occasionally, like, I used to, when someone pauses it, just go and flick through some Xbox messages, as you see them just out of habit from me there. But the game tries to boot, if you're out of the game for like 5 seconds now, the game boots you off. There was a example of don't shoot when it's not definitely going to go in. Definitely shouldn't have shot there. But yeah, the game, it's to do with the DC glitch. The way EA fixed it is by, instead of actually fixing the glitch, they just made it so if you went into the Xbox dashboard, you instantly got kicked out of the game and lost. So yeah, I can't read messages as much as I used to, but shout out to everyone who does send them, and maybe we should actually get up a comment of the day. Let me have a look and see what ones we're going for as we play a nice through ball into Hernandez. Surely he's going to finish that off. What a save. I'm pretty sure I tried to low dribble it. I don't know if I did. I definitely should have if I didn't. But I did try to, I think. Or I should have done. So there's another thing to potentially work on. This is nicely little worked. That should be a goal. And another pretty good save from Farman, unfortunately for me. So Pepper in his goal. We're 2-2. Absolutely peppering it. And we should be very easily making this 3-2. Again, with the nice little dribbling. Knocks it into Hernandez. Should I have shot there? I'm not too sure. Should there have been a pen? Maybe. Probably not. But we did get unfortunate. So I'm watching this, and like I said, it's not just going to be me moaning about FIFA, because I know I definitely should have won this game regardless of how ridiculous FIFA is. But I just thought I'd use this in the background to chat to you guys and give you a bit of a channel update and what's going on. And also this game, the stats at the end are incredibly funny, and how it does eventually pan out is a little bit ridiculous. But watching it back, it does, especially watching it back like a couple of days later, it does put it into perspective that when you're playing FIFA and you're playing FUT Champs and stuff and you're absolutely fuming at it and, oh, this game's a joke, nothing ever works, blah, 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 that's got to be a goal. Oh my god. So you can see why I was starting to get annoyed. But it just kind of put into perspective that there's other things that I could have done myself to make me win the game rather than just the layman EA. I mean, that should have got in. He should have edited that in. It's mad that he saved it like he did and then it hit the bar and went over the top. But whatever. There's definitely other things that I could have done, like not take stupid shots and things like that, that would have made me win the game, which is refreshing to see. And I don't really know what this guy's doing at this point. He's sort of passing it around the back and dribbles off the pitch. I don't know if his controller's disconnected or something like that. So while he's messing about, let's go and have a look at comment of the day, where Magic Turtles has said, AJ, love your vids, please upload daily. Katie, I think, is coming back home tomorrow, so then help will be at hand for both channels. So like, making 7 videos a week for this channel, plus 4 for my other channel, plus the very, very rare 3rd channel video. So essentially 11 videos a week. It's hard, man, especially you have to play a lot of FIFA for this one. I know you guys think it's just YouTube and you just play FIFA and stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, like behind the scenes. This is a very easy video because I'm literally just talking over the top of a recording. But usually there's a lot of editing and a lot of music goes into it and different cameras, especially from a main channel in particular, like Squad with the Showdown with all the camera changes and the music and different things, and like you could make a FUT draft video where you want to. Yeah, it is playing FIFA. It is a good job. It is a fun job. I quite like it. It does, of course, just become a job where people say make your hobby your job and you'll never work another day in your life. That is absolute rubbish. Don't listen to them people, because your hobby just becomes a job. It stops being your hobby, but it is still a good job. It's still a fun job. Obviously, it's better than working 9 to 5 in Tesco like I used to. So can't complain at all about that. But it is, you're still, the grind of getting 11 videos out a week by yourself is hard, man. It's the most I've ever done by myself is 9, and it drove me mental. I did it for about 9 months and just totally burnt myself out. So when Katie's back anyway, I will get back to uploading this daily, even if it's just me messing about in divisions or playing some squad battles or doing some trading or just hopefully just having fun playing FIFA. Because there we go, we conceded another kickoff goal. I'm pretty sure, is that 2 kickoff goals? I can't remember, it's other goals. So I'm talking too much. I'm pretty sure it's 2 kickoff goals, maybe 1. But anyway, nice kickoff goal, as you do, to start off the first half. So we're absolutely peppering this guy's goal. Since his 2 goals, that was his first shot that he's had, and it was a kickoff goal. Are we going to score a kickoff goal back? No, because FIFA. Brilliant. Okay, what was I saying? So yeah, daily uploads will be coming back. Mr. Femi Plays said, get second in form Mustafi for Rudiger. Everyone keeps telling me that, and I really do need to. People again saying play Fortnite. People say an idiot's road to Fortnite or an Everton career mode. Let's just have a little read through some of your comments. I'd like to see your other games. Fortnite would be fun, but I see you play games with genuine stories. So I would quite like to do that with maybe when The Last of Us came out. That's like my favourite game ever, is the first Last of Us. When number 2 comes out, maybe we'll have to play that. Should have passed that there, Andy. That's shooting for no reason. That was a guaranteed goal from a tramp to Hernandez. That was silly by me. Is this going to go in? No, he's going to punch it away. Okay. So there's lots of good support from you guys, and this channel's still doing really well and getting loads of good views and good support from you guys. It's absolutely sick to see. Oh, we nearly squeezed that in with me. So we'll be carrying on uploading, and I will hopefully get back to daily uploading when Katie comes back. So that's kind of where that's at. And that's also one of the reasons where, I mean, I've barely made a video this weekend because YouTube and FIFA are doing my head in. I do need to make one for my main channel. We uploaded one on Friday night, and I want to upload one on Sunday on the main channel like every other day. So we'll get around to that. But that was just another reason not to play FUT Champs, is that I then have to play 40 games on top of making videos for both channels and sorting it all out. And please don't be a penalty. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a pen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't even press a button, to be honest. But we're still struggling to get back into this game. And a free kick with Neymar. Can you guys score free kicks on this game? I don't think I score free kicks a lot, but it's because I do that trampy little method where you put all 3 players on the ball. You make your L2 man run one way, your RB man run one way, and then pass it with the other guy to the first guy and then tramp it across to the other. You guys know what I mean. I don't think I've ever scored a free kick where I've actually just shot like that. If you give me that position like he's just had, I'm pretty sure I could score quite a lot of them. Maybe like a third, maybe like 50% or something like that, which is a decent return on a free kick. But in like FIFA 16, I could score every single free kick just by pointing it at the corner, pushing up and 2 bars of power, and it just flew in every time. So, can you guys do it? Am I just doing it wrong now? If they changed how you need to do it, or well, I probably won't change anyway. I'll just stick to doing my sweaty little tactic where you do the runs and tramp it across. This guy's going for a tramp goal. Are we going to read it? Yes, we are. Nice little header away. Kante clears it to Moy, and we're hopefully going to spring a counter-attack and get back into it, because it's into the 60th minute now, and we're still 3-2 down. This is not good. Nice bit of football, though. Hernandez going down line. I would cut inside. Yeah, I knew I would. Oh, I passed it off. Interesting. So this is interesting for me to watch. I don't know. That's probably the right decision, to be fair, because I've still got the ball and I can still create a decent chance rather than going... Oh, okay, it was definitely the right decision, because Mahrez, that's what I was going to say, create a chance where you can actually have a decent shot rather than going for a speculative shot with Hernandez. So, fair play, Andy. That was decent. Well played, old Andy, because new Andy right now probably would have done that. So that was good. Keep the ball more. That's what I'm learning from this one. But, like I said, well, like the topic of this video is, why aren't I playing FUT Champs? I've spoken about it before as well. In fact, I think it was on my main channel. I don't know if I've spoken about it on this channel. I'm pretty sure I did. Where basically the format of FUT Champs is... Oh, please don't score a kickoff goal. Yeah, he's got a kickoff goal. Brilliant. That's 4-3, and that is 3 kickoff goals. I'm pretty sure. Bit ridiculous. We play nice football. We caught them on a counter-attack, but decently worked. Kept the ball, made the shooting opportunity, finished it off with Mahrez. And then he just sprints through your whole team and scores a counter-attack. This is one of the reasons that I absolutely despise FIFA at the moment, is kick-off goals. All the other rubbish and whatever is in the game, and you can talk about momentum, you can talk about handicap, you can talk about scripting. I don't massively agree with many of them. Scripting, it depends what you mean by scripting. No one ever goes into a game of FIFA and the game's already decided that you're going to lose. There is scripting with regards to chances being more likely to go in the 45th minute and things like that, I think. Scripting with regards to like momentum changes, where you score 1 goal, the opponent's goalkeeper just plays awful and lets everything in, or if you're behind and you have a shot like that, that should fly in, you hit the bar maybe. I don't know if that's actually momentum, but you know what I mean. Like, there is elements of it. And there's stupid stuff like that where your players just tackle each other for no reason. You get caught on the ref with Kante, so you can't intercept the pass, but luckily Kante's 6, so he gets it anyway. So there's stupid stuff in, but you can, like I said, get past that, and the pros can win with it anyway. Kickoff goals are ridiculous, especially when you see pros play against each other. Especially when... Wait, what has just happened? Has he just got a foul for that? I don't know why Martial, like, unlocked from the ball, and I don't know why he got a foul, but he definitely should have scored there. When pros play against each other, because they're both so insane at dribbling, their games are like 8-all, because one of them will finally score, or like one of them will score from kickoff, and then the next one will score from their kickoff, and then the next one will score from their kickoff, and then one of them will finally manage to just about stop them scoring, and then it'll be like a 40-minute battle backwards and forwards to score the next goal, and he'll score, and then the other one will score from kickoff, and then the other one will score from kickoff, and it's like 4-all, and then they do the same thing in the second half, and every time someone kicks off, they score a goal, and they end up playing. Like, in the weekend league, it's like 8-all. It's properly stupid, and then one of them loses on penalties. It's just a bit ridiculous. That is the main thing that does my head in on FIFA. Like, all of the other stuff is annoying. Pay to win or pay to have an advantage is probably what it actually is, because the better player can lose because the other person's got a better team, and I suppose that's just part of the game. Kind of annoys me that it makes such a massive difference in the esports side of things, FUT Champs. But that is essentially the point of Ultimate Team, isn't it? We've got to score here. Oh, we're tramping, Andy! Why didn't... Okay, I need to score more tramp goals. Lesson number 1 for me, score more tramp goals. I suppose better team should win is kind of the point of FUT. I don't know, you can argue about that all you like with Ultimate Team. It's definitely a thing. Whether it should be or not is up to debate. I'm not really going to get into that because I can't really say which is right and which is wrong. It's just people's opinion. In my opinion, it should kind of be a thing, but there needs to be a lot... I think there should be a lot more restrictions on the teams, especially in qualifying months, where it can't be one pro who can... Like, it can't be like Gorilla. Like, he's obviously the best FIFA player in the world last year, but he won 250 grand playing FIFA, I think, or 200 grand. So you can go out and spend 10 grand on a team for this year to make sure he's really good. And you've got another player who might be almost as good as him, but can only afford a couple of £100 from his wages as he's trying to make it as a pro. And therefore gets absolutely smashed by him because, or doesn't quite qualify, maybe finishes 41st or something because his team isn't good enough. Whereas Gorilla could technically be like the 50th best player. He isn't, obviously. He's like the world champion. But you know what I mean? But he's qualified because of his team. So I feel like it should have better players should obviously be better. But maybe they should put more restrictions on it for esports with like, you're only allowed 2 legends and 3 players over 87. And you've got to have 184 in your team. And I don't know, maybe different stuff like that. Just to make it interesting as well. But that's just my 2 cents with that thing. That is basically all down to opinion. You can see our 5th goal, 3 kickoff goals and 2 normal goals because I was playing basically recklessly to try and get the ball back and have another chance to make it 4-4. And we ended up losing, but that is the end of the game. And that is why we aren't playing FUT Champs this week. Looking back, it's not as bad as it was in my head when I first did it. I was properly fuming. I was like, if this game's annoyed me this... I mean, I should have won. Let's be honest. We all know that I should have won that game, especially when you see the stats in a second. He beat me 5-3 with 3 kickoff goals. So taking the kickoff goals away, it was 3-2 to me. This goal, it's properly stupid. Well, you're going to see it in a second. My Ter Stegen literally didn't make a save. And his Farman made 14. Look at this. Am I going to show it now? Go on, Andy. Go to the saves. I've seen, yeah, there we go. No saves for Ter Stegen, 14 saves for Farman. We definitely could have scored some tramp goals, and we definitely should have, so it's kind of my own fault, but at the same time, come on, Gabe. But anyway, yeah, that's why I'm not playing FUT Champs. It did my head in, and I was like, if I'm getting so annoyed at it in the quarterfinals of the daily knockout tournament, ain't no way I'm playing 40 games of FUT Champs to get gold 1 when I'm only going to get silver monthlies. Look at that, 13 shots on target, 55% possession, 18 shots. Look at where all of my shots on target were from, in and around the box, all my shots. It was mad. It was mad. But yeah, this has been kind of a rambly video and it hasn't been very structured at all. Gonna upload it anyway because I've had quite a bit of fun making this video actually. I mean, I didn't have fun when I was recording the gameplay, but just chatting to you guys, and just waffling on about FIFA and why it's annoying and why I kind of like it but why I don't. Made me feel good. Made me feel better about the fact that I didn't play FUT. Did you know what? Just not playing FUT Champs has made me feel better about FIFA, to be honest. If you let me know what you guys think about playing FUT Champs in the future. What I was getting to when I went off on that massive tangent about pay to win and stuff is that FUT Champs should be like League of Legends. I've got back into playing League of Legends recently, and it's just a ladder. And basically, if you're a silver player, you're always in silver, and you play against other people around your elo. And if you win, you progress up the ladder, and if you lose, you go down the ladder. And it's basically how it is. And people are like, well, how can you call it the weekend league? How can you have 40 games a week if you're going to do that? And I mean, like, I know it's called the weekend league, but it's also called FUT Champs, so you can just scrap the weekend part and just have it as FUT Champs all week. Does it matter? Does it really matter? Put everyone in it if you want to be, because it doesn't matter if bronze players play. Like, the reason everyone isn't in FIFA isn't in FUT Champs is because some people could match 46-year-olds and go 40-0 and be #1 in the world when they definitely don't deserve it, because you get randomly paired against anyone. Whereas if the bronze people are just playing bronze people, it doesn't matter. And then just make it so you've got to play like 15 games a week or something, even 40 if you want. You got to play 40 games a week to keep the 40 thing, to qualify for whatever awards of the division you end the Sunday in. So say I'm a Gold 1 player, I start in Gold 1, and I've got all week to grind playing against other Gold 1 people and things like that. And just keep going and going and going and going. Let's play as many games or as little games as I want, but if I don't play 40, I don't get Gold 1 rewards. And just keep smashing it out and see whether I go up. If I can beat loads of Gold 1 people, I can go up to Elite 3. If I beat Elite 3 people, I can go up to Elite 3, that sort of stuff. And if I keep losing, I'll go down to Gold 2. And that's how League of Legends works, and that's how every other competitive game in the world works. Why FIFA is this 40 games in a weekend randomly paired, and for the pros it becomes who's the best at smashing 40 noobs, rather than who's actually the best. I've got no idea. Like, I don't know how many of you guys follow League of Legends, but people who are challenger, top level, play against other challengers, and it's about who's the best between them gets to be #1, not who's the best at smashing people in silver, because that's just stupid. But anyway, pros could, if they wanted to go and smash people in silver, they could make like a Smurf account like people do in other games, and then go into silver games and like tank a few games to make sure they don't go up and stuff. I don't know, it doesn't really matter, does it? But whatever. That is why I'm not playing FUT Champs, because that game was ridiculous. It properly annoyed me. In hindsight, there was things I could have done to win myself, but I definitely should have won it anyway. We're just going to leave it there. I don't even know if I'm going to put music in the background of this video. I might just leave it like a podcast of me waffling on for you guys to listen to in the background. I hope it wasn't too moany. We will have a normal video back for you guys tomorrow. Team of the Year is, of course, coming out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.